drinking coffee out of a beer can. Today is Buck Creek Day, so I go down Snowy Creek Trail to the Piru Creek, and then there's a use trail, an unnamed, unmarked use trail that follows Piru Creek 2 miles downstream to Hardluck campground, and then from there I'll take Buck Creek Trail. And depending on how hard it is going up Buck Creek Trail, I'll camp there. I kind of want to camp there so that I don't have to haul water and camp at the top, because there's no water at the top. And it's a very steep, long climb like yesterday. I'm a little sore from yesterday. The fog rolled in last night. Wow, there was some ice in my my platypus, so no wonder I was so cold last night. It was below freezing, I guess. This must be the cabin site. I remember I stumbled upon this thinking I was on the Buck Creek Trail. What the heck is this thing? There's some tin roof, bunch of old oil cans, lots of junk. Super pretty around here. Sun's struggling to come out. This looks like the front door, the doorstep. Well, look at that. Some concrete. Somebody kind of put an outline of logs to kind of tell you that, yeah, this is where the cabin was. It's pretty cool. There's where the trail goes up. So this is where I went wrong back in 2009 when I got lost. That guy Chris Lord, who has the website Lost in the Los Padres, he's never lost. I'm the one that's always lost. So I had thought that I was on Buck Creek Trail. I didn't know I was on Snowy Creek Trail. And so I expected the trail just to follow the creek. And so it went up here and I got like to where I could see Hungry Valley, and I thought, oh, this can't be right. So I came back here to this grassy area, and it kind of seems like there's like a faint trail or something. It maybe looked a little different back then. There was some horse poop down there. And I thought, well, this must be the trail. And then I proceeded to like bushwhack down Snowy Creek for 4+ hours. It was really horrible, stinging nettles and wild roses and raspberries and poison oak, and almost stepped on a rattlesnake. But today I know where I am. I guess I like to return to the scene of all my crimes. So today I know where I am, and I'm intending to go to Hungry Valley. Well, I'm just going to go to Piru Creek, where I know there's water, so I don't need to carry tons of water. Here I go. So yesterday, I climbed that whole big mountain out there in the distance. You can see some of the road. I climbed that whole thing just to come all the way back down. I guess I was looking at that mountain from the top. Anyway, I think that's Fraser Mountain there. And then the Piru Creek is just, you know, down in there. And then you can kind of see out to Hungry Valley where you can ride motorcycles, and Snowy Creek is down there. Can you believe I struggled my way down that thing, not knowing there was this nice motorcycle trail right up here. So easy. Now I know better. If only I'd known where I was. It's kind of hazy, but way down at the bottom is Piru, and then you can see that road. I think that's the Buck Creek paved road that in some ways this hike is the longest possible way to avoid that road. I hate that road walk. They should put a trail in or let you drive to Hardluck and park your car there. Can you see that trail zigzagging up? I kind of feel like I'm sort of doing something similar. Well, there's been no zigzags, but that would be, I think, the other half of this trail. This trail is sort of like a U-shaped trail. Oh man, I don't want to do that. But my plan was if Buck Creek was just so horrible, I could just come back and do it. So down there is Piru Creek. And there's somewhere up the canyon up there is on the map anyway, is a camp, and like not at the top but down in the canyon. So that's where I was yesterday, way up there at the top. Alamo Mountain. I thought I might climb it, and then I decided forget the Alamo. And that Miller Jeep Road, that's more like Killer Jeep Road. Anyway, this motorcycle trail has been really hard. I finally got an easy section. The trail tread is not like packed down. It's loose and rocky. So I haven't been able to really find an actual trail, but this sand on the rocks, and I think I see a footprint over there. I think it's just kind of a choose your own adventure kind of trail. So that's what I'm going to do for 2 miles, I guess. So I was climbing over a rock and I slipped and I broke one of my poles. So that kind of bums me out. Maybe I can find a good stick. It's probably the best I've seen the trail looking. It's mostly been like every now and then I'll see some sand on a rock, or I'll see a footprint. Like, I think that's a footprint. And then I'll follow it for a little while, and then I'll have to figure out some other way because it'll go away. But yeah, I think that's the Snowy Creek coming out there, the canyon. So I think it'll improve once I get past that little point. they're flying a drone. So they said they were geologists and they're studying this, I think he said it was San Gabriel Fault. See, when was the last time it moved? I guess they can do geology with drones. That's cool. That's the first people I've seen this whole trip since Pine Mountain Lodge. So, gotta figure out how to get to Hardluck, where I think maybe I will spread my stuff out, and my sleeping bag was kind of wet, so I'm gonna dry that. They said they crossed the creek somewhere over here. Holy hell, there's more geologists up there. They're scaring the crap out of me. Lucky geologists, they didn't have to walk that whole dirt paved road. Oh man. So here's the scene of the crime for me. When I was lost and I came out, I was like, what the hell is this? And this was actually, the gate was actually closed. And I saw this box. And there were cards in there, but there's none now, to fill out an angler survey. But so I still have to cross the creek and get my feet wet, but Hardluck is just right over there. So pretty soon I'm gonna be going back uphill again, all the way back to the top. This place is as bleak and radioactive and post-apocalyptic as ever. Never changes. It's always like so, I don't know, the sun here is just so harsh. There's Padres, forest, campground, Hardluck. Yeah. Hardluck or no luck. Let's see what kind of luck we have on the Buck Creek Trail. I thought there was a sign here. Oh, is that it? Here we go. These are super fresh. You can see every crack in the foot, and they're huge. This bear was here today, maybe just a little while ago. I better keep an eye out for him. So I put a little splint in there. It sticks up too high, and I'm gonna get snagged on things, so I'm gonna try to just be very careful and hold it in my hand. This flows down into Pyramid Lake in not very far. So already I was getting lost. There was a fork in the road, and one side went to a tree where I sat and had some lunch, and the other one went down to the creek, and both were really, really strong, but they weren't gonna be the Buck Creek Trail, so I backtracked, and then I saw the sign that says vehicle travel behind this sign prohibited, and then I found the Buck Creek Trail. It's very faint, So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time playing hide and seek with the trail. So here we go. Thank you to whoever has done this. It's helping me a lot. And the tape helps too. Somewhere there's a trail. It just came from right there. So it would have to be straight through that way. Well, that ends the high trail. Now it's follow the pink tape, I guess. I think it's the same pink tape from last time I was here, it just faded. Well, sorry Buck Creek, but Snowy Creek water tastes a lot better than Buck Creek water. Getting through this was hell. Holy shit. I hope this isn't, these red tapes aren't leading me the right way. I saw a duck way over there. Oh my God. Whatever the hell I did was totally wrong. There's red tape over there. I'm still fighting my way through this shit, but at least I'm not, I'm standing on the ground. I'm not standing 6 feet off the ground. My God, I'm never gonna make it. Seriously, tape people, that's the trail. I haven't seen the trail in forever. It's just been wallowing in crap. This can't be the trail. You must be kidding. Maybe this is saying go this way for people who were over there. Oh my God. This is like type 2.5 fun. I still haven't found my hat. What is that? Hey, this looks good. Here's a gorilla campsite. It's 5 p.m. It's possible this is the campsite where I last had my hat, but I think the little bench had a rock, a flat rock, but I don't remember exactly. It's 5 o'clock. Maybe I should stay here? I don't know. Once again, I fuck up on Buck Creek Trail. I've made no forward progress for about half an hour. I can't find a way through along the creek. I can't find a way through above the creek. It says I'm standing on the trail, but I can't make any forward progress anywhere. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't know what's worse, pushing my way through chaparral or all that stuff that tangles around my feet. This looks like a duck. I keep finding little bits of trail, following it for a little while, then losing it. Here's a pretty good long stretch of it. I kind of passed something that almost looked like a camp, but not really. I don't hear any water, so I'm hoping I can get all the way to Buck Creek Spring, because then I know for sure I'll have water. Oh my God, it's so pretty in here. Fuck, I'm back here again. I can't get past this spot. I cannot figure it out. I'm running out of daylight and there's no water anywhere. Shit. Hallelujah! It's almost 7 p.m. and I made it to Buck Creek Camp. That means there is a spring somewhere over there. I think I can smell it. I have spring fever. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I am camping here even though this is dark and gloomy. I don't care. It has birds. Birds mean water. Can't find a spring. All I can find are wild roses and crashed out crap. So it's gonna be a tough night and a tough day tomorrow, because I'm gonna have the next water is Little Mutah Creek, which is like forever from now. So the Buck Creek Trail taketh, and the Buck Creek Trail giveth. I lost my hat last time, and I found somebody's hat this time. So this is my new hat. Well, fortunately, I have foods that I can eat without having to add water. So dinner, this has got water in it, so that'll help. And then breakfast. So sometimes peak baggers leave caches of water near the top of Buck Creek Trail, so maybe I'll get lucky and find a cache of water before Mutah. Maybe I will even find the spring in the morning. I don't really remember exactly where it was, and maybe the birds will lead it to me. So I got a long, lonely night of being thirsty.